Have you ever wondered how to fund your startup? Starting a new business requires more than just a great idea and a solid business plan. Enter the world of startup capital, the fuel that drives the early stages of a business, turning imaginative ideas into tangible reality. Startup capital is the financial powerhouse that provides the necessary resources to overcome the initial challenges that startups often face. Imagine trying to scale a mountain without the right gear. That's what launching a business without sufficient startup capital can feel like. It's the means to hiring the right talent, developing innovative technologies, and implementing effective sales and marketing strategies. It's especially crucial for businesses that have high operating expenses or require specialized equipment. Without sufficient capital, entrepreneurs may struggle to hire the right talent, develop innovative technologies, and implement effective sales and marketing strategies. Startup capital is particularly important for businesses with higher operating expenses or those that require specialized equipment. Now that we understand what startup capital is and why it's important, let's explore the various sources from which it can be obtained. First up, personal funds. Many entrepreneurs dig into their own pockets to fuel their startup dreams. This includes savings, selling personal assets, or even taking out personal loans. The upside, you maintain full control of your business. The downside, you're personally taking on all the risk. Next, we have crowdfunding. Platforms like Kickstarter or Indiegogo allow entrepreneurs to raise capital by appealing to the masses. Small investments from a large number of individuals can quickly add up. The advantage of crowdfunding is that it not only provides funds, but also creates a community of early supporters and potential customers. However, it requires a compelling story and a well-executed campaign to win people's hearts and wallets. Then there's the traditional route, business loans. Banks and other financial institutions provide loans to entrepreneurs, typically requiring collateral and charging interest. The benefit here is the large sum of money that can be obtained. The challenge, these loans often require a solid credit history, and the repayment terms can be stringent. Last but not least, venture capital. Venture capital firms invest in early stage startups with high growth potential. They provide a significant amount of money in exchange for an equity stake in the company. The pros, you get access to a lot of capital and often valuable guidance and networks. The cons, you're giving away a piece of your company and there can be pressure to deliver high returns quickly. Remember, each source of startup capital comes with its own advantages and challenges. It's crucial to understand these before making a decision. Also, having a solid business plan is key to attracting investors and securing funds, regardless of the source. Entrepreneurs should carefully consider their funding options and have a solid business plan before seeking startup capital. So what have we learned today about startup capital? We've seen that it's more than just money. It's the fuel that drives the early stages of a business, turning ideas into reality. It's the financial backbone that helps overcome initial hurdles, enabling entrepreneurs to hire talent, develop technologies, and implement effective sales strategies. Startup capital can come from various sources. Personal funds, while a common source, aren't the only option. Crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo offer a way to raise small investments from a large number of individuals. Traditional business loans from banks or financial institutions are also an option, albeit requiring collateral and possibly high interest rates. Venture capital firms, on the other hand, invest in early stage startups with high growth potential. But remember, raising startup capital often means giving up a share of your company's equity. So before you dive in, ensure you have a solid business plan and carefully consider your funding options. Remember, startup capital is essential for businesses with high operating expenses or specialized equipment. Raising startup capital often requires divesting a share of the company's equity and creating a compelling pitch deck. Make sure to carefully consider your options and plan ahead.